Hello and welcome back to my channel. Sorry for the little hiatus. I've been doing some self-reflection. I actually learned a new form of energy work and I'm working on publishing a book for Amazon. So I've been a little bit busy. Today's vlog is going to take us back to 2023, which was a very strange and transitional year for me. I helped several friends get through their suicide bereavement caused by losing a close loved one. I started the year helping a friend when she was informed that her father had committed suicide, and then closed the year out the same way. In December of 2023, I had a friend call me and tell me the shocking news that her father had shot himself. I shut off the stove, grabbed my keys, and drove as fast as I could to be by her side. As I sat beside her, we waited for the police to finish up their business. My friend began to explain to me her concerns that her deceased father would visit her daughter, who was also a sensitive. I consoled her and told her simply to tell her father to come to me first. I'm here to deliver any messages he may have to give. She asked, well, how do I do that? Easy, you just simply speak it out loud. Vibrational energy is very easy to work with. You just have to be willing to try. Speaking out loud, like in prayer, you will be heard. So she did. She spoke from her heart. Please, Dad, please deliver any messages to Kelly and give your granddaughter time to process the death of her grandfather. Little side note, oftentimes loved ones who have passed will go to an unattached individual before they show up for loved ones. When they do present themselves to loved ones, they tend to use simple signs. They play their favorite song for the loved one to hear, or perhaps you see their favorite bird or a butterfly will pass, something. There's signs everywhere, but people always brush them off as coincidental. Either way, the deceased know if and when a person is ready to hear from them. Little backstory. The police came and briefed my friend on what the next steps of the process would be, and we headed home. It only took a few days for me to receive a very distinct and clear message. The power of dreams, once again. The first dream I had, I was in my backyard and I could feel a presence. An energy was near me. I could feel someone standing next to me, similar to when someone walks up and gets behind you in line at the store. You feel them approach. You feel their energy before you even see them. I could feel a person nearby. So I spoke out loud and told them that they are free to speak to me. I knew they were around, and if they spoke, not only could I hear it, but I would listen. If they show me a sign, I will figure it out. All was quiet, and then I woke up. I got out of bed, got a drink of water, sat down on the couch. My dog came in for the snuggles, and we settled in, and I fell back asleep. I entered into another dream. I was folding laundry in my living room when I heard music coming from the back bedroom. I said to myself, well, this definitely is a spirit trying to talk to me. When I looked down the hallway, I saw light flickering all around the room. I began to walk down the hall and was halfway to the bedroom when I heard, telepathically, "It's me, Papa Dave." I smiled, ready to hear and see whatever he had to convey. I began feeling thankful that I would be able to give my friend closure in such a short amount of time. Some spirits take weeks or even years to reach out. Although the process of crossing over seems to be the same for everyone, not all spirits are ready or strong enough to reach out at the same amount of time. So, with only 3 days from death to manifestation, Papa Dave's transition must have been an easy one. I approached the doorway to my spare room, and on the bed, there was a music box. It was about 24 inches wide and 24 inches long and about 12 inches high. The wooden lid was flipped open to reveal a clear glass globe. A multicolored light moved around under the glass dome and created a dance party effect on the walls of the bedroom. Then I heard these lyrics. This old man, he played 7. He played knick-knack up to heaven. The knick-knack, paddywhack, give a dog a bone. This old man went rolling home. I smiled and thanked him for one of the most definitive and clear messages I have ever received from a spirit in over 40 years of hearing them. So why did he commit suicide? He continued by asking me to please explain to his daughter that his brain was broken, that there was nothing she could have done or said that would have changed the events that transpired. He would never have understood his value or what he had on this earth because his brain literally would not process the information. His brain was broken. All he was able to see and feel was his uselessness on this planet. He was able to see and understand. He was unable to see and understand the love his children had for him. He was unable to see the knowledge he possessed in tinkering and repairing things, or that his love and skill for gardening could have been passed down to his grandchildren. It was not until after his death, after his soul left that broken body, that broken human shell, that he was able to understand the love and value that he possessed. Little side note, I was hoping that with time and more vlog posts, I would become better at trying to explain someone else's thoughts, ideas, and emotions. For now, I'm doing the best I can, and I hope that you all get the gist of what I am portraying. I did wake up happy that although I spent a lot of years in turmoil dealing with my gifts, I now get to use the abilities to bring happiness to others, delivering these messages. When the time was right, I headed over to my friend's house. Her oldest son was still home with her since he knew the truth behind what happened. I felt he needed to hear this message as much as his mom did. I began to explain to them the dream I had. I laughed and grinned since this was the first time I had to sing in order to deliver a message. Now, as you've heard earlier, I am no songbird, but the song was sang to me, so I just played it for them. After my lovely sing-song, I asked, "Do you know that song?" And they both laughed. And she said, "Well, I know the song, but those aren't the words." I always love laughter when I'm giving a reading. It gives me a sense of like relief and connection since it is kind of a heavy topic. This one especially heavy. Her son chimed in, "Yeah, but that was Papa Dave. He always made up his own lyrics to songs." Now I know This Old Man song, but I don't know the actual like lyrics. So the fact that those weren't the correct lyrics was news to me. I don't know, it seemed to flow. I continued to explain the best I could about her father's broken brain, how he would never have been able to comprehend his worth or her love or his value as a person because his brain just didn't work like that. It was broken. All he knew was the pain he felt each and every day, whether it was physical from his back injury or mental from his broken brain. Now, what exactly is a broken brain? When I say broken, I don't mean something like a concussion or a bruise. He more meant the way the brain was processing information, the way it thought. The neural pathways it used were always to negative ideas and visions. It was broken in a way it processed, not damaged in the way of physical attributes. It wasn't broken in half. It was broken in functionality. He explained to me that after his death, he was able to realize his situation, that he did not regret his actions because he would never have been able to realize all the great things about his life while he was trapped in that broken body. He wanted to make sure his daughter understood that nothing at all was her fault, that the guilt she was carrying was not warranted. Nothing she could have said or done would have changed the events that needed to happen in order for him to find the great place he is in now. Part 2 of this story. A picture can truly say 1,000 words, but here's about 100 of them. A friend sent me another picture of her sister. And the spirit of this girl in the photo is another reason for creating this blog. She resonated with Papa Dave's story because clearly I know her and I was talking to her about it. And she knew a loved one needed to hear it and understand it. I have a backlog of vlogs to write, and this one was not on the calendar just yet. Sometimes in life, priorities change and you do what you need to do. And if you've been listening to prior ones on this channel, you know I have my backlog, but sometimes you just got to get videos done. So the young woman in the photo would like everyone to understand the need to let go. Let go of that survivor's guilt. Pronounce out loud and let your loved one know you will always love them. You may be unsure if they know, but I will tell you, never doubt it. They see your sorrow, they see your guilt, and they want you to let it go. Souls are happy once they cross over into their light. They see what was broken inside of them, and they no longer have to carry those burdens, and neither should the living. Love and remember them, but let go of any and all guilt. Enjoy life. Find your happiness even in their absence. In conclusion, the statistics show that there are a lot of loved ones that have been lost to suicide. My hope is that this vlog will reach the living and give them a moment of peace. Perhaps give them answers they may need to understand the situation. Help them know that sometimes a person's brain is just broken, and no matter what the loved one tries, there's nothing that could have been done to fix the issue. With that, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for full readings, dream insights, spiritual happenings, and real messages from the other side. You can follow me on Instagram at The Hidden Medium to get to know me as a real person in real life, and perhaps support me through my half marathon training. I have the page set to private, so it could be our own little community. Thanks for being here. Until next time, keep those vibrational energies high with happiness and laughter, because it is truly our best medicine.